I want to acknowledge Senator Portman and his hard work on this. I want to point out that not only is Senator Portman here, along with me as an original co-sponsor to his lead, but that we also have the Business Roundtable, the Chamber of Commerce, and the building trades. That, in this building, is a big deal. That means we've done a lot of the hardest work already, and that is we have reached a consensus and an agreement that this is a problem that we can solve, and this is the right way to solve it. Right now, permitting is a morass of unaccountability, and whenever you make people accountable for messing things up, then you get better results. And what this bill is going to do, it's going to hold people accountable for not doing their job on a timely basis. And it's going to eliminate a lot of the duplication and a lot of the hassle in constructing large projects that are involving the government. Time is money. And it's not just money for the private sector that might be making investment. It is taxpayer money. So hopefully this will end up making these projects less expensive, more efficient, and certainly more plentiful. And now, after we get this passed, which I believe we will, and I'm confident the President will sign it, because many of the recommendations, as Senator Portman said, were included in his Jobs Council report, and some of them they have already implemented, the administration. Then we have to turn our attention to the very big looming crisis in our country, and that is the lack of resources going into infrastructure development. If we clean up the permitting process, then the next thing we've got to really roll up our sleeves and figure out is how we get back to competing with our allies and our competitors in the area of infrastructure in this country. We are letting it go. We have let it go now for a number of years, and we're going to pay the price internationally, and we're going to continue to pay the price through our economy if we don't get busy realizing that this is truly a government function that we cannot ignore, and that is roads, bridges, waterways, locks, dams, all of the things, electric grid, all of the things that have made us the superpower are getting old, and they're worn out, and in many times they're dangerous. So this is a precursor, I hope, to a good bipartisan agreement on how we address our other infrastructure needs.
This legislation we put together over the last couple of years, it's common sense legislation that we think has an opportunity to not just get passed out of committee and onto the floor, but actually get to the President for a signature. And it will help. It will help to create more good-paying jobs here in this country, and after all, that's what we should all be about.
And I want to applaud the effort by Senator McCaskill, Senator Portman, you know, getting on an issue that isn't very sexy, but is hugely important to the economic development and progress in the country, of getting this morass of permitting streamlined, transparent, and expedited, in particular so my folks that I represent can go to work.